The movie starts with Lucy narrating about her childhood, remembering the special moments she shared with her dad. He was a great storyteller who filled her head with magical tales, sparking her love for romance and adventure. Lucy lost her mom when she was young, deepening her bond with her dad. One memory that sticks with her is when her dad taught her about life's unpredictability and the need to treasure every moment. These memories shape Lucy's outlook on life. The story begins with an interesting setup blending comedy and drama. Lucy harbors a secret crush on Peter, which forms the heart of the plot. She's a gentle and lonely woman, working as a token collector at the Chicago Transit Authority. Her days are spent quietly, observing commuters, especially Peter, who she sees every morning. Lucy imagines him as her Prince Charming, despite never having spoken to him. One day, Lucy attempts to maneuver a Christmas tree through a window, resulting in the accidental breakage of someone's window. This window happens to belong to Joe, whose son, Joe Jr., holds a quirky charm and harbors an infatuation with Lucy. Determined to win her affection, Joe Jr.'s antics add an unexpected layer of complexity to Lucy's life. Lucy finds herself reluctantly scheduled to work on Christmas Day by her supervisor, a reminder of her solitary existence. However, her mundane routine takes an unexpected turn when her Prince Charming, Peter, reappears at her window, presenting her with a token and wishing her a Merry Christmas. Mesmerized but too shy to respond, Lucy is stunned when Peter is suddenly robbed and pushed onto the train tracks. Acting swiftly, she leaps to his rescue, saving his life just in the nick of time. At the hospital, a pivotal mix-up occurs when Lucy, feeling a mix of shock and romantic longing, murmurs to herself about marrying Peter while standing outside his room. A nurse, overhearing her, mistakenly assumes that Lucy is Peter's fiancée and promptly introduces her as such to Peter's family when they arrive in a panic. Caught in the whirlwind of confusion and the family's warm embrace, Lucy finds herself unable to correct the misunderstanding. The situation becomes even more complicated when Peter's grandmother, Elsie, has a minor heart scare upon hearing the news. Fearing that the truth might cause her further distress, Lucy remains silent, further entrenching herself in the charade. As Lucy becomes increasingly entangled in the Callahan family's life, she starts to bond deeply with them. They invite her into their home, and she begins to share more of her personal stories about her childhood, the loss of her mother when she was just a little girl, and the recent passing of her beloved father. These stories resonate with the family, especially with Saul, a close family friend and Peter's godfather. Having overheard Lucy's heartfelt conversation with the comatose Peter during one of her late-night visits, Saul grasps the depth of her loneliness and the sincerity of her emotions. He witnesses Lucy's confession of her feelings for Peter and her struggle with the hospital mix-up, understanding why she couldn't bring herself to reveal the truth to everyone. Recognizing her genuine heart and the accidental nature of the misunderstanding, Saul takes Lucy aside. In a compassionate conversation, he expresses his sympathy for her plight and gently asks her to promise that she won't hurt the family, who have come to care for her deeply. Saul's request weighs heavily on Lucy, as she sees how much the Callahan family has embraced her, and how much they cherish the idea of her being part of their lives. Through her interactions with the Callahan family, Lucy finds a sense of belonging that she has been missing since the death of her father. Each member of the family offers her something unique, from the boisterous warmth of Peter's mother, Midge, to the gentle understanding of Saul, and the playful teasing of Peter's younger sister, Mary. These relationships complicate her feelings and make her deception harder to maintain. Throughout the chaos, Lucy finds herself increasingly drawn to Peter's brother, Jack. Initially skeptical of Lucy's true intentions, his doubts arise from the sudden revelation of her engagement to Peter, a man who never mentioned being in a serious relationship. Jack's skepticism adds a layer of tension and intrigue to the story as he tries to uncover the truth about Lucy while grappling with his growing feelings for her. Jack's suspicions grow when he notices inconsistencies in Lucy's story and behavior. He decides to investigate, starting by visiting Lucy's apartment building where he encounters Joe Jr., who claims to be her boyfriend. This only deepens Jack's distrust. Later, Jack tails Lucy to Peter's apartment, where she's looking for a cat supposedly belonging to Peter in order to feed it, unaware of Jack's surveillance. Despite Lucy's assertion that the cat is Peter's, Jack knows otherwise. When the cat, named Fluffy, unexpectedly appears, Lucy's explanation falls short, leaving Jack unconvinced but confused. In an attempt to test Lucy's honesty, Jack proposes they use Peter's car to go to the hospital, observing her reaction closely. Lucy's nervousness during the car test only heightens Jack's suspicions, although she miraculously manages to select the correct vehicle, further perplexing Jack. Jack's skepticism peaks during a confrontation with Lucy at the hospital. Despite Lucy's confident responses to his probing questions, relying on information she's overheard, Jack remains skeptical, maintaining a cautious stance towards her. Despite his doubts, Jack finds himself drawn to Lucy. As the days pass, Lucy's connection to the family deepens, and her guilt about the ongoing lie becomes harder to bear. The love and acceptance she receives from them only intensify her internal conflict. She is torn between her fear of losing this newfound family and the necessity of telling the truth, a dilemma that ultimately drives the film's emotional climax. Lucy and Jack's connection deepens through a series of intimate conversations and shared moments that reveal their innermost thoughts and dreams. One evening, he confides in Lucy about his struggles working in his father's business, a path he feels obligated to follow but doesn't truly love. This openness and vulnerability create a strong emotional connection between them. Their interactions are filled with small, tender moments that bring them closer. They work together to move a heavy couch into Peter's apartment, laughing and enjoying each other's company despite the awkwardness of the task. During a walk back to Lucy's apartment, Lucy opens up about her past, sharing stories of her father and the life lessons he imparted. Jack listens intently, sharing his own dreams and aspirations. They slip on an icy path and end up holding each other, laughing at their clumsiness. These shared experiences, filled with laughter and genuine affection, make it clear to both Lucy and Jack that their feelings for each other are more than just friendly. As they navigate the complexities of their situation, their chemistry becomes increasingly apparent. One night, after spending some time with the Callahan family, they find themselves standing under a mistletoe at a family gathering. The family cheers and encourages them to kiss, resulting in a moment that is both awkward and electrifying. The kiss, though brief, leaves both Lucy and Jack feeling confused and deeply affected. The near kiss that finally happens is a culmination of all these shared moments and growing feelings. After a New Year's Eve party, Jack walks Lucy home. They pause outside her building, and as they talk, their eyes lock, and the tension between them becomes palpable. They lean in, their faces inches apart, but at the last moment, they pull back, both recognizing the impossibility of their situation given Lucy's supposed engagement to Peter. This near kiss leaves Lucy feeling more conflicted than ever. She realizes that her feelings for Jack are real and deep, but she is still entangled in the lie about her engagement to Peter. The weight of her deception hangs heavy on her heart, making her question how she can move forward without hurting the family she has grown to care about so deeply. This internal struggle highlights the film's central theme of love and honesty, setting the stage for Lucy's ultimate decision to reveal the truth and follow her heart. As New Year's approaches, the situation takes a dramatic turn when Peter regains consciousness. However, he has no memory of Lucy, leading the family to believe he is suffering from amnesia. This misdiagnosis only complicates Lucy's predicament further. This immediately alarms them, and the doctor is called in to assess Peter's condition. The doctor, influenced by the family's insistence, diagnoses Peter with selective amnesia, explaining his inability to remember his fiancée. This diagnosis reinforces the family's belief that Lucy and Peter were indeed engaged, trapping Lucy in her web of deception. Despite her growing guilt and intentions to come clean, she finds herself repeatedly thwarted by circumstances and the family's unyielding belief in her supposed relationship with Peter. Lucy's initial relief at Peter waking up quickly turns into anxiety as she realizes the extent of the misunderstanding. She tries several times to confess the truth to the family, but each attempt is interrupted by their overwhelming emotions and concern for Peter's health. Adding to the chaos, Peter's real girlfriend, Ashley, arrives at the hospital, demanding to see him. She forcefully makes her way past the hospital staff, determined to confront Peter directly. When Ashley barges into Peter's room, she immediately demands answers, questioning Peter about the mysterious Lucy, whom everyone claims is his fiancée. Peter, still struggling to piece together his fragmented memories, tries to explain that he doesn't remember much of anything, except that Ashley turned down his proposal. Angrily, Ashley storms out, leaving Peter alone and more confused than ever. After Ashley leaves, Lucy goes to see Peter to talk. But before she can say anything, Peter interrupts her. He thanks her for helping him while he was getting better and says he feels really close to her, even with all the problems going on. Then he asks Lucy to marry him. Lucy is surprised and confused. She tries to tell him what's really going on, but Peter believes they can handle anything together. Feeling unsure and unable to explain herself properly, Lucy says yes to the proposal, even though she's still not sure how she feels. Later, Lucy confides in her supervisor, Jerry, about her predicament. She admits her deep feelings for Jack and the confusion she feels about Peter's proposal. Jerry advises her to follow her heart, emphasizing that marrying someone she doesn't truly love would only lead to more heartache. This conversation strengthens Lucy's resolve to face the truth, no matter how difficult. On the day of the wedding, the church is filled with anticipation. Lucy stands at the altar, facing Peter, but her heart is racing with the truth she knows she must reveal. As the ceremony is about to start, she interrupts, declaring that she cannot go through with the wedding. She confesses to the gathered guests that she is not Peter's fiancée and that the entire engagement was a misunderstanding. Furthermore, she reveals that she is in love with someone else, leaving everyone in shock. Peter looks heartbroken as the guests react with stunned silence. Lucy apologizes to Peter and her family, narrating the real story from the start and expressing her deep regret for how far things have gone. She explains that her heart belongs to Jack and that she cannot marry Peter. With her confession, the ceremony falls into disarray, but Lucy feels a weight lift off her shoulders as she steps away from the altar. Adding to the drama, Ashley bursts into the church, declaring that Peter cannot marry Lucy because he was supposed to marry her. Her dramatic entrance and revelation about Peter's past further complicate the already chaotic situation. In the aftermath, Lucy returns to her familiar routine, sitting in her toll booth lost in thought. Suddenly, she notices a ring through the little window. Looking up, she sees Jack and his family standing there. Jack enters the booth and kneels, proposing to Lucy. She joyfully says yes, and they kiss, expressing their love for each other. While You Were Sleeping is a delightful romantic comedy that remains a beloved classic after its release. With a captivating plot, memorable characters, and standout performances, particularly from Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman, the film offers a heartwarming and entertaining experience. Its exploration of love, family, and the unexpected turns of life continues to resonate with audiences, making it a timeless favorite for many. Whether you're watching it for the first time or revisiting it, While You Were Sleeping is sure to leave you with a smile on your face and warmth in your heart. More exciting movies to come, so please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and click the thumbs like icon. Thanks for watching.